I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I will beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Yo, welcome back to the fifth round. As always, myself, Stephen Moustaris. And man, I wanted to kind of talk about some fight news. Not necessarily the announcement of it yet, but just yesterday, I think Nick Diaz's coach came out and announced that we should be expecting a fight for Nick Diaz at the end of 2022. And I'm sitting here torn, man. I'm sitting here torn because I was just having a conversation yesterday with one of my buddies at the gym, kind of just, talking about some of our favorite fighters like Chuck Liddell. And I mean, you can go on BJ Penn. We can go on forever. We can go on forever about the list of guys that stick around way too long. And we just don't like seeing it. We don't like seeing our favorite fighters get finished and get beat. Like, I don't know. But Nick Diaz comes out, last year, finally makes his return after, the biggest layoff ever. I think it was 8 years. 8 years. I think he fought in 2013. Comes back 2021. And it was just, I don't know. It was nice to see him back. Clearly he misses weight, out of shape. He was very open about how his nerves really got the best of him because he was the highlight of everything. It was just tough to watch because he gave Robbie Lawler a good fight there for a little bit, but Robbie, ruthless Robbie Lawler goes out and starts taking away with it. And you just see Nick Diaz quit. Like, you instantly see it in him. Not taking anything away from him because I'd get my ass beat by Robbie Lawler still, but it's just really tough to see. And they're announcing these fights, and no offense to Robbie Lawler at all, but in high level MMA, the professional level right now, the UFC, Robbie Lawler, we've seen him. He's getting beat by a bunch of guys nowadays that he would have never lost to back then, which comes with age clearly in the amount of times you fought. But I thought it was a really good fight for Nick Diaz, and to see him, kind of quit on the weight cut midway through because of just because of his all the nerves packing up on him. He just couldn't take it, and that leaves me wondering who's he even gonna fight? Honestly, who would he fight right now? It's Nick Diaz. You can't have him just going against some young guy, get starched. You can't have him fight just some nobody. They got to have somewhat of a name, but at the same time, they can't be the Conor McGregors, the Jorge Masvidals, and even if he would fight Jorge, Jorge's going through a bunch of shit right now that I don't even think he will be fighting for a while. So that leaves you with some guys like the Joaquin Buckleys of the world, who is still an up and comer young guy, just probably not the greatest matchup. I know he's got some big names just because some finishes he has, but I don't know if you want to see him go against Nick Diaz. You got the Eric Anders out there, who I really like. Always comes at you, always in a good fight. I think it would be a better matchup for Nick Diaz, but I don't know if the name brand for Eric Anders would be there. Jesus Lord, there's Edmund Shabazian, who's still a young motherfucker learning. I know he's had some setbacks here recently in his last couple fights, but still, those are against the top competitors. So that one might not be the best for Nick Diaz. It's just tough, man, because I was sitting there really thinking, I think the best, this is still tough, but I think the best matchup for him, assuming he fights a 185, I really like the idea of him and Chris Weidman going at it. If this was Chris Weidman healthy, very healthy, no leg injury that he just had, the nasty break that I'm not even going to show up here, but I don't know if I'd want to see it, but now that he's coming back, he's going to have some jitters as well. And he's getting older for sure. So, I mean, the Nick Diaz-Chris Weidman fight I really like. There's Uriah Hall out there who's got the name, but I still think, even though he's 9-8 in the UFC, I really still think that maybe that'd be a little too much for Nick Diaz. I don't know. It's just tough because I'm a huge fan of Nick and Nate, clearly, but Nate's still doing his thing. Nick's just not at the high level anymore unless he comes back and completely shocks us all and takes it very serious with the weight cut, takes everything serious, comes out like a banshee, But I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards Chris Weidman. Clearly, there's no announcement yet or anything, but I just don't want to see him go out there and try to fight too big of a name that's still, sharp and everything, and kind of see him, lose. I don't know. It'd be tough. It'd be really tough. I just don't want to see him get finished like crazy. Like, it kind of worked out well that he, kind of just gave up on against the Robbie Lawler fight because we didn't get to see him get super starched, like slept, which it was going down that path because he just got gassed and couldn't do anything anymore. But I don't know. I'm very interested to see if he does come back and how he looks. But it's this tough thing where I think the competitor in him is truly fighting with himself because all the years he took off to just, he was always clearly, he's talked about it so many times, we bring up so many interviews, how he's always fighting with himself about how he doesn't want to do this, but then he loves it, and then he misses it, and then he sees his brother get the fame, so he's jealous, so that's why he comes back. And I think everybody gets to this point where in your life you feel like you might have missed out on some things, so you're trying to come back and really just enjoy it and live it up. And I just don't know if this is the sport to do it, not to be mean. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what the UFC goes with. I really, really hope they don't put him in there with the Wolves. I don't want to see him fight some young guy that's not saying no name, because I mean to the diehards out here, we know a lot of these guys, especially anybody ranked in the top 40. Just because I think Nick Diaz is ranked 45, I think right now. So like matchups, it would make sense, but you don't want to see it because of the name value. We only got 1 or 2 more fights out of Nick Diaz. I thought his Robbie Lawler fight was his last one. So I don't know. I'm very interested. Like I keep saying, I would really, really like to see the Chris Weidman fight, because if anything, Nick goes out there and just gets taken down a bunch by Chris Weidman and kind of, if anything, ground and pound, which I know can get nasty. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying it's not. But the thought of Nick Diaz going out there and getting starched on the feet is scary to me, and I don't want to see it. We see it too many times with our favorite fighters that go out there for just too long. And I don't know. I'm just terrified of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Clearly, it's just the fan in me. I love Nick Diaz. I'm Nick Diaz Army all day. So I don't want to sit here and act like I'm talking shit about him, because I'm not. Because he probably still whooped my ass, that's for sure. But just when it comes to high level MMA, it's just, I don't see a title fight in his near future at all. I don't think he does. I'm wondering if he just wants one more win. So I don't know. There's no cans in the UFC, so that's the toughest part. So I don't know. I'm just very excited to see this, and I would not be shocked at that Chris Weidman thing. And if I do get that one correct, you guys best believe I'm about to be throwing that up a bunch. So this has been the 5th round with myself, Stephen Moustaris, as always. And I really fucking appreciate you guys.